Richard Westbrook, an elderly billionaire, once found himself in the intensive care unit of a private clinic. Doctors diagnosed a stroke and informed the family that the patient was in a coma. However, Richard heard everything. He couldn't move, couldn't make it clear that he was conscious. But his mind was clear. He decided to hide it. It was important for him to know who was who. So he began to listen. First his eldest son, Daniel, came. Then the daughter, Emily. Richard realized that instead of caring and worrying about their father, the children were discussing his property. They calmly planned how they would divide his business, accounts, and real estate. Nobody talked about him as a person. There was only greed in their voices. He lay silently, as if dead, but everything was seething inside him. What he has invested his whole life into, to the family, it all turned out to be a lie. He began to reconsider his entire destiny. Several days passed. The ward included doctors, nurses, and technical staff. Most were indifferent, but one day a young nurse came in, Jessica. She always stayed a little longer than others. I cleaned it more carefully. I changed the eaves more carefully. And one day, thinking that he could not hear anything, she simply spoke, without pathos, without expectations, without falsehood. She just said what was in her heart. She recalled how the hospital where her mother was treated was built with money from Richard's charitable foundation, and how it saved their family's life. This was the first sincere and warm moment during the entire time he was in the ward. He realized that not everyone had forgotten who he was, and perhaps it was then that something changed in him. The fingers on his hand trembled barely noticeably. Then he opened his eyes. He came back to life. After recovery, he decided to disinherit his children and decided to transfer his entire fortune to charitable foundations. The children were furious, but he did not want to listen to them. This is such an amazing story. Dear friends, if you liked the video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. There is still a lot of interesting things to come.